A perfect scenario. This trade would literally just send shockwaves through the NFL. People would be going absolutely crazy because we're talking about superstar status going to a team that could frankly go over the top if they have them. And there's a rumor going around that Justin Jefferson to the Bengals for T. Higgins and multiple first-round picks could become a reality, which is pretty damn crazy. And Ja'Marr Chase and the has not really done much to, stop these rumors. He said this will be a crazy story to tell. He's saying it's actually possible. And of course, there's a rumor going around. There's a dude in the community of Cincinnati that said his girl works at Kroger's with Burrow's girlfriend, and she said that they're deep in negotiations. He said it would be T and 2 firsts for JJ and for Justin Jefferson, and Burrow has agreed to restructure his contract so JJ and Chase would both get 3 years, $100 million. Now, I don't know if Joe Burrow's girlfriend works at Kroger's, but be a cashier at Kroger's, I mean, he could probably get her out of that job. Not saying it's a bad thing, but that's pretty crazy if Joe Burrow's girlfriend works at Kroger's. So I don't think that part's true. But I think there is smoke. Where there's smoke, there is fire. This trade would be insane. So here's 3 facts, 3 opinions on the trade. Fact number 1, Justin Jefferson, Ja'Marr Chase, and Joe Burrow played at LSU together. And Burrow did some crazy things that year, along with winning the Heisman Trophy and the national championship. He passed for 4,715 yards with a 77.9 completion percentage and 51 total touchdowns. That's what he did when he had Ja'Marr Chase and Justin Jefferson in college. But let's talk about the wide receivers for a second. Jefferson last year had 1,068 yards, basically with no quarterback because Kirk Cousins got hurt and he had to, go through whoever Minnesota was throwing out there. And if he stays in Minnesota, he's going to probably have to do something similar this year. Ja'Marr Chase, on the other hand, had 1,216 yards and 7 touchdowns, despite Joe Burrow also getting hurt and them just having a season from hell. Really, the Bengals had a season from hell. And Jake Browning actually was, helping Ja'Marr Chase pad those stats towards the end of his season, which, by the way, good for Jake Browning, Washington Husky alum, my school. But this trade would be absolutely insane. Here's 3 opinions. Opinion number 1, the narrative would be outstanding. LSU won the national title with Joe Burrow, Ja'Marr Chase, and Justin Jefferson. It's school out of Louisiana. Where'd they win it? At the Superdome in New Orleans, the Mercedes Superdome. Where's the Super Bowl this year? It's in New Orleans. Script writers, boom, write that script. I know the NFL is not scripted, but the narrative would be absolutely fantastic. Imagine that narrative. Those 3 guys went and won a championship at LSU in New Orleans, and then went and won the Cincinnati Bengals a championship in New Orleans. Opinion number 2, easily the best wide receiver combo in the league. And I know sometimes they say wide receivers are overrated and divas and you don't need wide receivers to win. I mean, look at the Kansas City Chiefs. They just won the Super Bowl with, I bet you most people can't name their wide receivers. But I still think when you have 2 of the maybe 3 best wide receivers in the league, or 2 out of the best 5 wide receivers in the league on the team, there's something scary about that offense, especially if you have the right quarterback like Joe Burrow. He's going to get those guys the ball. These guys on offense would be absolutely unstoppable. We're looking at fantasy numbers galore. And I mean, this is like Chad Johnson and TJ Hushman-Zada on the Bengals all over again, but better, on steroids with a real damn good quarterback. Defenses would be crying. And my third opinion, this is the only way you're going to beat Kansas City. Look, it's going to be nearly impossible to beat Patrick Mahomes. He's unbelievable. How are you going to beat them? You're going to have to put up so many points that their defense can't keep up, or the offense can't keep up, or Mahomes' weapons can't keep up. Because who's his weapons? He has his wide receivers that are pedestrian. He has an aging Travis Kelce. And unless they go get him a running back in the draft, they don't really have a super duper star running back. They have a good defense and they have the best player in the world. So what do you got to do? You got to put the gas on the pedal and score a lot of points if you want to beat them. And that's the only way they'd beat them is something like this. They'd have to beat them with a combination of Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, and Joe Burrow feeding them the ball. And they got to go get a running back because they just traded Joe Mixon to the Houston Texans. So that is the 3 opinions and 3 facts about the rumored Justin Jefferson trade to the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, I hope this trade happens just for entertainment purposes. It would be fun to watch. It'd be putting the league on notice with the Cincinnati Bengals, and all of a sudden that AFC North is just loaded. You got to have the Ravens with the reigning MVP, the Steelers who won 9 games with like a poo-poo platter of quarterbacks who brought in Russell Wilson, which is just going to be an interesting story. I do not think he's going to be very, very good, but it's an interesting story. Then you got the Browns. The Browns, man, they made the playoffs with Joe Flacco last year. And then you try to bring this with the Bengals. The AFC North is going to be insane. The AFC in general is going to be insane. This would be a trade for the ages. I hope it happens. Comment, like, and subscribe if you'd like to see it happen. Thank you for watching. My name is George on Tap. This is Football on Tap, part of a Sports on Tap network. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.